Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Salsabila binti Azrul. Number matrix 14D8020F1056 and my partner Nur Shahidayu binti Samsul. Number matrix 14D8020F1042.
Ladies and gentlemen, this video shows that life-threatening natural disaster occurred in Malaysia that left a lot of damage to the property and causes a lot of trouble to the people who are suffering. If we are not ready enough and did not take an early preparations to face a natural disaster, it can cause death. Therefore, we provide a question through the Google form to acknowledge about the effect of natural disaster and how ready they are to face natural disaster if it occurs. The objective of this survey is to identify involvement of the threatening disasters. The second objective is to identify the impacts of the disaster. And the third objective is to raise awareness among public about the life-threatening natural disaster. The respondent that we target to answer the survey is student of Polytechnic Merlimau Melaka. The methodology is distribution of questionnaire to the Google Form link. We distribute Google Form link to the students of Polytechnic Merlimau Melaka. These two pie chart shows the personal data of the respondent. The pie chart at the left side shows the state the respondent came from. The highest respondent came from Johor, which is 33% of the respondent, following with the 31% of the respondent is from Selangor. The third highest respondent are respondents that came from Melaka that have 17%. 5% of the respondent came from Negeri Sembilan and Kedah, while the smallest percentage of the respondent is come from Kelantan, Sabah and wilayah persekutuan. On the right side, we can see the pie chart that show gender of the respondent. Majority of the respondent is female, which is 68%, while only 32% of the respondent is male. Continue with the personal data of respondent. The pie chart at the left is about which this department respondent come from. It can be seen the highest percentage is 77% of the respondent is from Commerce Department. 8% of the respondent is from Civil Engineering Department, and that make the department is the second highest of the respondent. While electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, tourism and hospitality share the same percentage, which is 5%. Pie chart on the right shows the semester of the respondent are in. More than a half respondent is from semester 3, following with the second highest is 10% of the respondent are from semester 5, and the lesser respondent are from semester 1, which is only have 3% of them. This bar graph shows that family members and respondent that affected by the natural disaster, and only 14 out of 36 of them has been affected by natural disaster, while the remaining 22 is not affected. This shows that more than a half of the respondents out of 36 is not affected by natural disaster, and quarter of them are affected by natural disaster.
The analysis diagram shows that the highest number of natural disasters that will be affected in the place of the respondent is flash flooding, which is 19 respondents and a total 7 respondents who are not affected by natural disaster. Other natural disasters such as landslides, radioactive incidents, and wildfires are also natural disasters that affected 10 respondents who live in different areas based on the bar chart that has been shown. The most of respondents did not lose their family members when natural disaster happened and after its end. It is shown in this bar chart that 35 respondents answer not lost family members and the rest suffer loss of family members. One respondent faces loss of family members due to natural disaster that happened to him or her. The impact that will be faced by a person or family when natural disaster occurs is the most obvious and often seen in the news, that the destruction of property reached 10 numbers of respondents, and the second highest is 6 respondents who lost home. Another 6 respondents for the second highest not face any effects after natural disaster by answering none of the above, like the bar chart that has been displayed. There are 40 respondents answering the effects they face are trauma, personal injury, or illness and loss of financial resources. You can refer to the bar chart as follows. There are 6 respondents who are very prepared with their preparation when a natural disaster occurs. That is, they answer the fifth rate. That means the highest rate for how prepared they are to face natural disasters that are likely to occur, and 12 respondents choose the first level on their possible preparation for reasons. Something that is difficult causes a person to be less prepared to face a natural disaster. For the 3 respondents, they were not very prepared at level 2. That is, they were still sensitive to the environment but did not provide full preparation. The highest level selected is level 3. As many as 50 respondents, it shows that they are in the middle of the stage of preparation or not doing a complete preparation. From my opinion about natural disaster that happened, if it will occur, stay in a safe area or shelter during a natural disaster. Second, listen to the television and radio for important updates and instructions from local authorities. Third, unplug all the appliances, electricity and gas. And fourth, carry an emergency kit in case anything happens. Natural disaster can happen without knowing, and notice what will be coming up next about natural disaster that we have to face, but we as a person should aware while do a best prepare, and all preparation will help to decrease burden or avoid important things being gone that need in future. In the quote by Petra Ninkova, we cannot stop natural disaster, but we can arm ourselves with knowledge, so many lives wouldn't have to be lost if there was enough disaster preparedness.